We are on an adventure in St. Lucia today. Come join us as we go to the Tet Paul Nature Trail and take in some spectacular mountain views.
Welcome to Jackpot Adventures. Fear less, live more.
All right, gang, we are here in St. Lucia today. We have an excursion plan that we're a little bit nervous about. We got this letter when we arrived that said essentially important notice, 2.5 hour drive to where we're going on windy, windy roads. And we've watched a few videos around the traffic for St. Lucia, and it's a little bit scary. So
we drive on the wrong side of the road.
Well, not the wrong side of the road.
Wrong side to us.
We're American, so wrong side to us. But so that's going to be something different for us. In a car for that long, it's a small group, so I think that'll be good. But we're going to go up and hike the Pitons. It's their nature trail. So wish us luck. We'll take you along for the ride, let you see what it's like to actually go through the winding hills and all the traffic here in St. Lucia, and hopefully we make it back in one piece.
One piece. That's the goal.
We hope.
That we make it back in time.
Yes.
Also.
Well, we did book the excursion through
the
cruise line. So if we don't make it back on time, they will wait for us. That is the beauty of a cruise ship excursion versus doing it on your own. Because if you do it on your own and you get back late, you might as well just wave to the ship as it leaves. So we'll let you know how this goes.
More video to follow.
Bye, guys. Here's a quick glimpse of the letter we received. It just kind of tells you a little bit about the excursion, but then also at the end kind of lets you know that, hey, you're in for a 2 to 2.5 hour drive on crazy roads. Here we're hopping in the bus. When they said small group, it ended up being 2 big buses like this with about 25 plus people in each one. So wasn't as small as we originally anticipated. We did get a seat up front right behind the driver. Didn't feel like we should really sit in the back. Was worried about motion sickness, and I'll be honest guys, I did take some seasickness pills before we left, and I'm really glad we did, because it was very, very bumpy and very windy, and you're gonna see some of that footage as we go through this. Here we're just making our way out of the port area. Our driver did give us a lot of information about St. Lucia and all the things that go on in the island, so I'm going to let you guys listen in to a little bit of the history that he shared with us.
So yes guys, we're going to take you on the West Coast Pitons Heights and Nature Trail. From the West Coast, it's going to be about 43 miles. Now as you know, this island is pretty small, so let's call it 248 square miles, or you guys could say about 616 square kilometers. Now okay, from the north of the island going all the way down to the south is about 27 miles. East to west is 14 miles. Now today on the island, we do our population ranging about 186,000 people live on the island. You get my chittle one coming from? Now this island has a great history of being 7 times French and 7 times British. So it actually took about 150 years of war for the small island. And again, finally the English won in the year 1814. And in 1842, that's where English became the principal language of this island.
And there she is, the Celebrity Beyond, our cruise ship for the 10 days that we spent in the Southern Caribbean. It was an amazing time on that ship. We are going to now leave Castries and start heading up the mountain. So we're going to get some great views of the cruise ships in port from here in the harbor area, but also as we get to the top of the mountain. So just sit back and enjoy the sights. If you like what you're seeing, go smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you follow us along on all of our adventures. And here we go. This is what it was like on all of those windy, bumpy roads. This continues throughout our entire road trip, which did take us 3 hours to get there. If you remember in the letter, they said 2 to 2.5 hours. However, we ran into a bit of traffic and it took us longer than anticipated to get there. I would not recommend this excursion to someone who gets car sick. It was definitely something that we felt, and I know that people who were sitting in the back felt it even more. So I would really consider going by boat to the Pitons if getting car sick is something that you experience. Now we're taking a view of the Celebrity Beyond and one of the other ships that were in port that day. Spectacular from up above on the mountain. Here's that traffic jam. It took us quite a while to get through this, and it was bumper to bumper and pretty much almost door to door cars as we were trying to go down this road. You can see there just how congested it is. So if you run into any traffic, it definitely slows you down. If you're going to take an excursion like this, I would highly recommend doing it through your cruise ship, because if you end up getting back late, you will get left. They do stop several times to let you take pictures in certain areas, and so this is one of our stopping points. We were able to get out, stretch our legs, look at the great view. I will recommend that you bring money with you, because to go to the restroom anywhere, it did cost at least $1. So bring some spare change with you, because otherwise you won't be able to go to the bathroom until you get to the Les Pauls Nature Trail. We continue to make our way to the Tet Paul Nature Trail, and we go through quite a few of the different cities there in St. Lucia, and you get a feel for what it's like there on the island. Very beautiful beaches, and then we get our first look at the Pitons. We made it, the Tet Paul Nature Trail. After about 3 hours in the van, we finally made it to the nature trail. Once we got out, they did gather us as a group. They provided a guide to walk us through the nature trail and explain a lot of the things that we were seeing as part of the scenery, which was extremely nice. Now I'm just going to let you guys enjoy a little bit of the scenery and as we were walking on the trail. I will tell you that if you're someone with issues with your back, legs, I would not recommend this excursion because as you can see there are a lot of steps and a lot of rocks and a lot of roots from the trees that you have to navigate and step over. So keep that in mind when booking this excursion. What this excursion was all about was the views, and I will tell you they did not disappoint. This is our first glimpse at one of the pitons, and we get many more as we get higher up on the trail, but definitely worth the ride just to see these spectacular views. As I mentioned before, lots of rocks, lots of roots, so you do have to be very, very careful as you're making your way through the upper part of the nature trail. You will see that some of these rocks are rather large, and so you do have to take some pretty big steps to navigate the trail to get where you need to go. Another couple tips for this excursion: bring your water and bring your sunscreen. I really thought we were going to be more in the shade, and we were not. We were getting quite a bit of direct sunlight, and had I not had sunscreen, I'm pretty sure I would have ended up with a sunburn. And water, because holy cow, was it hot. It was February, but it was still about 86 degrees in St. Lucia, so definitely need all the water you can handle bringing. And here's the other piton. You will see over to the left that there is a staircase down to a picture spot. Our guide sat at the end of the stairwell and was able to take pictures of everyone as they came down. You do have to be patient so that you can get your picture taken, but definitely worth the wait. The Stairway to Heaven, the last bit of the hike and the most picturesque for sure. You will see quite a few stairs to get up there, but once you're at the top, you do get this incredible view. Nature Trail, they did stop at a beach for a short period for us to swim or just take in the sights. Quite honestly, I think we only spent about 20 minutes here because we were so far behind schedule that they needed us to get back to port. So we did walk around this area. There's a few places to grab a bite to eat or get a drink. The best part is actually the black sand beach and walking down and getting another view of the Pitons. We enjoyed visiting the Tet Paul Nature Trail and stopping at this beach. However, I will say the car ride was a little much, and if I had to do it over again, I would consider going by boat to the Pitons and skipping the car ride. It just really took a long time to get there. Thank you all for watching, and make sure you subscribe so you can catch us in the next jackpot adventure.